Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda and I love crafting, shopping, decor and makeovers. Thanks for tuning in. Happy New Year everyone. I hope you've had a great holiday season. I've still got about just under a week left of holiday, so this is the perfect time for me to do some festive after Christmas crafting. Because it's a time of year where I'm in the mood. My house is all decorated for Christmas still, and I just think I've got time to be creative and make things ready for next Christmas. How super organised am I? The first project I'm going to share with you actually did just before Christmas. This was a sort of a cheese board I think I got from B&M. It was very reasonable, and I had used it on the table to display things, and I thought I'm going to change the colour of it. So I'm going to paint that wood red and make it into a completely red sleigh. I did think about doing it green, but to be honest, I didn't have that much green paint, so the decision was made for me. But I do actually quite like the red. But obviously I could always paint over it at a later date if I do change mind. But I think that spruced it up nicely, give it a new lease of life. And then I decided I wanted to put some words on it, so I thought joy is a nice easy one. So I cut them out on a piece of card and then turn them round so they're facing the wrong way, and then cut them out again. I've got those colours. I did actually change my mind on the silver, so I did end up doing gold, because I've gone with a bit of a gold theme this year. Then I've got this lovely pick that I'm just going to sort of tip over the back there, and then I'm going to secure that on with sellotape, perhaps, just nice and simple like that. And then obviously I shall put a bow on top and make it look all lovely and festive. So I displayed it on my landing, top of the stairs, and I think it makes a really lovely decor piece / sign. So I should be putting that away and getting it out again next year to use somewhere else in my decor. Another pre-Christmas craft I did was this really cute jar. I got this gingerbread creative paper. I've got lots of creative papers to get from the works and the range, and then I just cut out this gingerbread shape, but actually used the back because it's double-sided, and then the one side I cut out a shape for the top of the jar, and then I used my pinking shears to cut out to cover the middle of the jar. Then I decorated the gingerbread man up with some sequins, and then I put in my gingerbread man cup biscuits that go over the edge of a cup, and I put that on my coffee bar. So that was like a nice quick little craft idea, but I will remember that idea because that means that for any season I could actually dress a jar and make a very normal plain boring jar look super exciting. So here's a cute decoration idea that I had just using some festive jute and a couple of beads. So I just threaded a little bead on the bottom, and then I got these 3 big beads so that I could make a nice little snowman shape. So just tied the knot to hold the small bead on, and then I can cut the thread that's left over off. So then I just add the other beads, and I do use my handy tweezers because that helps me get them on a little bit easier with the string. And then I just put another bead, a different colour bead on top, and then tie that off so it's all nice and secure. And then I did have this little Christmas hat. I think I got a pack of them from Poundland one year, and I've just made a little hole in it, and I'm going to thread the thread out of the top, and then I'll be able to glue that hat onto the top of the beads, so give my little snowman a Santa hat. I did end up using a needle because the tweezers, I kind of lost it, so needle is easier because I just threaded the needle and then pulled it through, so that was much easier. And then just glue the hat on to secure it, and that's a really sweet little thing to do. If you don't have one of those little hats, you can easily make one with a bit of material, or your snowman doesn't actually have to have a hat on. So this is the thing with my crafting ideas, you can do lots of different variations. They don't have to be all identical, and I always used to like to use what I've got lying around, so I had these hats for ages, so I thought give me a chance to use it. and then just use another piece of jute, nice little red piece there, red and white, and I thought I'd do a little bow round his neck. Again, you could get some material and do a scarf. So as I said, there's definite options. Take the basic idea and then you can personalize each snowman to be completely different. Those big balls, by the way, were in a bag I think I got from the range for £1, and I had used them to make some farmhouse beads, and these were just 3 that I happened to have left over. So I'm making this little snowman ornament, but if I do decide to make some more, I should just go and get some more big beads. And now obviously I've got to give him a little face. This is nice and easy. Just use a Sharpie pen to make his eyes, and then put his little coal mouth on. And then I just use a different coloured Sharpie pen. I've got sort of a peachy coloured there to make a little nose. I think I might just add a bit more orange with an orange felt tip. I think it'll work just as well as a Sharpie, to be honest. So felt tip or Sharpie I think will stay on the wood. And that's, again, you could do loads of different faces to make your snowman look different. He's got his little hook up now, so he could end up in the Christmas tree. Or for now, I'm just going to hang him on my little door there. I think he looks really sweet, but the options are endless where he could end up. It'd make a cute little gift as well. So I have another little snowman idea with an old Christmas card, which are always great to recycle. I'm using some creative papers just to fill in the middle there, and then I've got some beads. These ones are flat, so I thought, well, I'll glue those on, and I've got myself another 3D snowman. I've got some glitzy pipe cleaners, and I thought, well, that'll make a nice scarf that I can just glue into there. And then instead of using the hat idea from the first one, I think I might just draw a hat onto the paper, or I could even cut out a hat and put it on. And he could have a Santa hat or all sorts of hats, but I'm going to go with a Santa hat. So I'm just going to draw it on with a red felt tip, colour it in, and then put a little sequin for the pom-pom, and then maybe even use a bit of glitter sequin pipe cleaner for a bit of trim on the hat as well, and you've got yourself a lovely little Santa hat for him, and that's super easy to do, and it just adds that little dimension to the snowman. I think just gives him a little bit more detail. And as I was saying, Christmas cards are a great thing to keep, because this one already has the season's greetings on it. I think it had a little picture stuck on, which I've pulled off. And then I've cut it into the shape of a gift tag. So they're always super handy to keep. Sometimes in the past I've kept Christmas cards, like cut the fronts off and then use them to make notes on, and so just not to waste them really. So if they don't go in the recycling, I will use them in my crafting. Now I'm actually making a little Santa's hat out of foam. So again, I just cut the shape, and then I'm just using that silver pipe cleaner again to add the trim to it, just to show you that it can be easily done. And I had the same sort of idea, but instead of beads, I'm using buttons here. So I've got 3 white buttons to make my snowman and my little hat to go on top. This is just a piece of creative paper that I'd done a project, and it was just a piece that was left. So I thought, rather than waste it, I'll use it to make a gift tag. So I'm just gluing the buttons on. I should glue the hat on, and then just to give it that little sort of interesting edge, I'll use my pinking shears to cut round and make it sort of a nice interesting shape. And again, I'll use a little sequin to add the bobble to the hat. And I think that makes a really nice, personalised, interesting gift tag to go on some of my presents for next year. Just used a hole punch to punch a hole in it, and then I've just got this ribbon and one of those holly pieces. I bought, I think, a pack of those from the Works for £1, and there was loads in there. I've used them on cards before, and I've just stuck it on that ribbon just to add a touch of interest. I shall leave the ribbon open so that I can tie it onto a present, and then I'll just glue it on the edge so it's attached to the gift tag. So I do think it's a nice little touch, adding a personalised gift tag to a present, and it is much appreciated. And it's nice and easy and fun to do. So another little bit of recycling I wanted to do to make some gift tags is I had a gold gift bag, and I cut it down a little bit because I was putting a mug in it instead of a bottle. And I thought, well, actually, that gold shiny paper is so lovely to throw away. I'll turn it into gift tags. So use my pinking shears again. And cut around the edges to make a nice shape. And then I'm just looking through my creative papers for different shapes that I've got. And I've got a couple of stencils. So I thought I will cut out a stocking and a bell on one of my creative papers on a contrasting colour. So I just draw around those, cut them out, and then stick them on. And that will make a nice, a little easy gift tag to do. And then I've got some of those holly embellishments. I'll stick those on some of the gift tags. And I had a little Christmas tree picture on one of the papers. I'll also use that. So it's just a really quick, simple way of recycling some gift bags or, Christmas cards or what is left over, and just make them into a personal gift tag, which people will appreciate because you've put a bit of effort into it. And it's and you can personalise them. And I'm putting holly on these, but you could put initials of the people that you're sending them to, or little stickers or all sorts, really, just to personalise them up. So it's such a nice, easy craft to do. And as I say, it just adds that personal touch to your presents. So just show you a few possible ideas here, but there's so many different things that you can do. And then you can just hole punch. I mean, if you don't have a hole punch, you could just use a pencil just to make a hole. And then, you can either attach ribbon or use pipe cleaner, or just leave them and wait and see how you want to attach them to your parcels when you come to wrap them. I often like to make pictures, and I've got all these creative papers that have got lovely backdrops to them. So I thought, and I've got these brush trees as well. I thought, let's team that together and see if I can make some kind of picture to go in one of my box frames. So I can use the back of the box frame to draw around, and then use my paper cutter to cut out, and then there you go, I've fitted in this lovely tree scene. And then I can put my brush trees, because it's a box frame and there's a bit of room, I can put a couple of the brush trees in the frame. So I could either glue them in, or I might just blue tack them in so that I can use this frame again. So I'm just deciding here which trees to use. But that's a really super simple, easy idea to do. And then I thought, just to add a little bit of interest, I could put something inside. So I've got this little Merry Christmas, I think it was a hanging sign, and I was thinking that I could use that. And I think I am going to use that in a project. But I thought, actually, what would be nice in the sky is a little bit of perhaps Santa in his sleigh. So I've got these stencils a couple of years ago, I think, from eBay. So I thought that'll come in handy. And I'll do a little picture of the sleigh in the sky there. So I've just tried out on a piece of paper different ideas. I used silver pen, but I decided to go with a grey in the end. I didn't want to do black. And then I put Merry and Bright and some sequins in the top of the sky. And I think that's turned out really sweet. Very happy with that. And I've just popped it around the house to sort of show what it might look like. I wanted to try another idea in the same frame, so I got a different background and put it in, and then I thought I'll use that Merry Christmas sign that I've got, so I'll just, I could glue it in or just blue tack it in, that way I can reuse the frame again. And then I had these fantastic little plastic snowflakes that I thought I definitely could use in a craft, and I thought they look lovely there. So simple yet effective, and I'm actually quite pleased with it. I'm going to keep it out for now. And then I do actually have another box frame. This one's got glass in it. And I thought I'm going to use this one. It's a bit too big for the frame, so I'm going to have to cut it. Perhaps keep that greenery at the bottom and then cut the this bit off at the top, because I'm thinking of putting some greenery on the frame anyway. And then I've got these little Christmas trees that were actually, I think, a set of lights that I got from Poundland for £1. And I just pulled off the trees when I'd finished with the lights. I've got some beads and I've got some sticky letters in red and gold, nice Christmassy colours. So I've cut out my little thing there, and I'm just going to put on the tree the word Merry. And I'm just doing alternative red and then gold, just to add a bit of interest. And also because I haven't got all the letters in every colour. That's the trouble with letters, especially when you do happy birthday. You tend to get through Y's very quickly. And A's disappear very quickly. So if you use alternative letters, it lasts a bit longer. So I've got some Christmas jute, and I'm just going to thread the red beads onto it and then sort of arrange them into a sort of a washing line kind of look. And I'm just securing them to the back of the paper with sellotape so they won't move. Now, the trees haven't got holes in, you see, so I can't actually thread those on, but I shall just stick them down sort of in between the beads, so it looks like they're hanging from the string. I'm just going to put the word Christmas straight onto the wood, or wood effect. Now, again, I'm going to use my little holly embellishments. So I think they just add a nice little touch. And that's nice and easy to do. And I'm sure you could stick anything really that you've got, or you could even cut out your own holly shape. So I decided the top was looking a bit blank, so I thought I'll try and bring that picture from earlier back in. So I've just cut it to fit, and I thought actually that balances it out a bit better with the bottom. Even though I am going to put some greenery onto the frame, it's still nice to have it there. So I've just grabbed a couple of sprigs of greenery that I had and some berries, and I've just stuck that onto the frame with a little bow in the corner, and I think that just adds that little extra touch to the picture. And again, there we have another sign piece of artwork for Christmas. I hope you enjoyed my festive crafting. To be honest, you could use those ideas for winter themed things. You could do a winter themed jar. Snowman doesn't have to have a Christmas hat on, does he? So you could make some little snowman decorations. And also the pictures, without the Christmas element on, they do make some lovely winter pictures. So, you could apply the ideas there. I am doing some other crafty things and Christmas cards, but I think I might try and be good this year and hold on to them and show them you sort of when it's more appropriate in sort of November, so people can actually have a go at making them themselves for Christmas. As I have a bit of time, I am going to try and get into the dollhouse and do some renovating, as I didn't manage to decorate the dollhouse for Christmas this year. I've definitely got a January renovation project for the living room and bathroom to happen. And I will be doing some winter decorating around the house. So until next week, take care. Bye-bye.